I'm Lindsay.
I'm Allie.
I'm Lauren.
I'm Katie Beth.
We've known each other our entire lives as family, but we've become best friends through our love stories.
In 2020, we formed our own virtual book club as a matter of survival. Now, we want the same for you.
We are the Kindred Story Collective, and we're looking to build a community of bookish women who enjoy slow days, group conversation, and finding the beauty in everyday life.
Welcome to the collective.
Hi friends, and welcome to our very first book club ever. This is our very first Kindred Story book club, and we're super excited. We've got some really fun things planned. So we're your hosts, Allie, Lindsay, Katie Beth, Lauren. And we're kind of hosting the book club, and we really hope that you feel like you're just part of a group of friends hanging out in front of their bookshelf and having a chat about the book that we read this month. So before we start, I'm a firm believer in something delicious to eat and to drink. So I have made chocolate chip scones.
Yay!
So if y'all would like it, I've also stashed these paper plates right here.
Oh, yes. Perfect.
There you go. You can grab a plate and a scone.
A
plate and a scone. Plate. I'm just like dealing them. Wheeling them and dealing them. I hope that they're good. I made them this morning.
They look great.
With my own little paws. Would you like to get that off the screen for us?
I mean, anything with a chocolate chip in it has to be
That's
good.
kind of my thought, and I'm really hoping so far everyone has enjoyed them.
Oh my god, yeah. Make a friend who makes scones, you guys.
Yes.
I'm going to have scones every time.
Or make stones if you're trying to find friends.
If you're trying to find a friend.
Send them out and attract a friend.
Please be my friend. Take a scone, leave your number.
That's people would give me. I'm gonna have so many friends.
That's why people used to put pies on their windows to cool. And they'll smell like, no.
Oh.
I'm just, I'm making up a story. It's like wafting down the street. So,
I didn't know it was that gullible, but okay.
It's a good thing.
it was my imagination.
Yeah, you're just
like,
I was like, oh.
I thought they were just trying to make it cool down faster.
That was not a fun fact. That was just. Well, the real story that we're discussing today is The Blue Castle by Ellen Montgomery. This was my pick. If you listen to our Fireside episode, you'll know this is one of my comfort reads. I try to read it every spring. I probably hit like every other spring or something, you know. Spring is busy. But I try to read this pretty regularly. So we all know Anne of Green Gables, but this is like, I love Anne, okay? I adore Anne. I watch her movie, I read her books. However, I do not relate to Anne. I am not an Anne. I am, however, a Valancy. So the first time I read this, I related so much to her. And so that's why I think it's become one of my comfort reads. It just like reminds me to be brave. So anyways, and that's why I wanted to bring it to y'all, because I feel like y'all could kind of relate to that as well. And so I'm excited to really kind of dive in and hear y'all's thoughts about my notes.
I'm so excited to talk about this book.
Good.
I have been waiting. There's been times where I'm like, oh, and no. I can't talk about it yet.
Right, no, we have had, I think we've talked like 3 times or so since we've read the books, and every time we've had to stop ourselves.
Yeah.
Like even when we were doing the Fireside, recording that, we like almost, I think like right before, we almost had a little book club, and it's just like, oh, we have to save it. So you guys, so Monsters Inc. Sorry, this is off topic.
Yeah.
They're like, save it for the scare floor, Randall. And that's just all I can think of. We have to save it for the scare floor, guys. Come on. So I want to start out kind of before we get into it. High level overview. How would you kind of rate this book? Allie, do you want to start us off? Because I know you kind of got our rating system.
I forgot. I really liked it.
Okay.
I don't remember what my points were. It's on the Google Doc, and I'll just put it right here.
What you meant to say.
Okay, what I meant to say is going to go right here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I felt about it.
our ranking system. So we're back online. Yeah, so you want to go ahead and read out how like we rank books, and then we'll all go around and we'll rank the book.
Yeah. So I just think 5-star ranking system is too it's too finite and too like granular, and you have to really like take out all your notes and like score it.
It doesn't have enough nuance.
Yeah. And like I don't have time for that. So what we do is the top one is a kindred story. It's like a book of your soul. It's part of you. And if you gave this book to someone, they would understand you better as a person. Mm-hmm. The second tier is all the love. I love the book, yay! But it's not book of the soul. The one under that is, yeah, I'm glad I read it. And then the one under that is beige or neutral. So.
Okay. So what is your ranking?
My ranking for this is all the love.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you can have like sparkles coming out.
All right, my ranking is, this is a kindred story. I just relate so much to the heroine, and I just want to be more like her every time I read it. It just like inspires me, so.
Yeah, I think I would say it's a kindred story too, just because there's times where there's things that I want to say in my head, but I don't say them, and obviously there's sometimes you should not.
Right, of course. Obviously.
But it was so pleasing to read about somebody actually saying them, and like thank goodness, because some of the things that she had to deal with, it was just not fair.
Right, yeah.
And so like as soon as she started standing up for herself, and I think everybody should stand up for themselves.
Yeah.
As soon as she started doing that, I was just like, yes, yes, because it was just so sad.
Yeah.
And as a person, you don't realize like you're harming yourself in that way. Sometimes you just kind of give a little bit of yourself, and you give a little bit of yourself. Okay, well you can, or I guess it gets closer in on you. And for her to be like, no, it's like it's healing.
Yeah, I would agree.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah. All right, Lauren.
I would have to be between the two. I have a confession to make. I'm only 50% through the book per my Kindle.
So she's gonna
Thus
have
far,
some surprises.
There's some
We're gonna be
spoiler
spoiling her.
that's on me. In my last note to read the book, like earlier before I did. But anyway, yeah. So far there have definitely been things that I'm like, yep, I can relate to that, and then areas where I'm like, yeah, I love this book. Yeah. So
Cool.
I'm excited.
Well, you'll have to when you're done, let Allie know when you're done with the book, like you're updated, and then she can like put it in.
Yeah.
It'll like float above your head or something. Like a halo. What does Lauren Mealy think? A thought bubble. Kind of before we even get into it some more, like if someone's like just starting our podcast, they haven't read this book yet. And if you haven't read the book, please like pause right after this and go read the book, because we will be spoiling the book.
Yes.
So just FYI. But like if they haven't read the book yet and they're not sure if they should go read the book before they listen to our podcast, what kind of person do you think that this book would be for? I personally think it's if you want something relatable, like it's for kind of the wallflower, the introvert, the girl who feels like she's never really fit in. But I also think it's for anyone who loves Lucy Maud Montgomery. Like, did you love Anne of Green Gables?
Yes.
I think this is like a grown-up. She's dealing with more grown-up things than Anne, and so it's like, did you love Anne of Green Gables? Like, I think giving this book a shot is a good idea.
Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts exactly on it. Is just, I didn't even know this book existed, and so to
Which is
find
wild.
it's wild. I don't understand, but
No, it's so good. It deserves justice for Lee Castle.
Yes, it's anyway. Yeah, so yeah, I don't even know.
All right. Okay. So, real quick before we get started, I wanted to go ahead and plug our mugs. You can see we've all been drinking out of them. You can find these on our Shopify storefront, which is linked in our Instagram bio. So if you'd love to support our podcast and our book club, go ahead and grab one of these. It's really high quality, and it's just absolutely beautiful. So, and it's like just the right size, like
Cozy.
cold. It is. It's such a cozy little book. So anyway, wanted to plug that. And then also to let you know that if you haven't read the book and you don't want to be spoiled, pause here, go read the book, and then come back and listen because we are about to get into the actual content of the book. And we're going to be sharing some very specific details and a lot of spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled, pause and come back later. All right. So to start with, we start with Valancy Starling, and she's a poor little girl. Classic Ellen Montgomery. So starting off, like, what are y'all's thoughts about Valancy? We're debating Valancy or Valancy. I have always said Valancy in my head, and then they're saying Valancy, and I'm kind of thinking that sounds more right, but I might go back and forth. Anyway.
Well, my first thought when I read it was like, I love her name. It's so great. Because, side note, my children have V names. So I'm always looking for something unique sounding that could go in my V name list.
Is this gonna make your list?
Well, I threw it out to my husband and he said no. So
Party pooper.
maybe for the puppy dog. We'll
There
see.
you go.
I wonder if you could have a boy named Valiant. That would be kind of cool.
That would be cool.
Okay.
So throw that one out next.
There's actually one really similar to that is on the list for potentially, I don't know, depends. Potentially the next child, but it could go either way
Okay.
because it kind of is
Oh, okay.
and so it depends on, I don't know, it depends on a lot of things and my mood.
Yeah.
So.
What the child looks like when they come out.
Right. But anyway, love her name.
Okay.
And then the rest of it for like half the book was like sad. Oh, sad. Oh, that's sad again. Oh no.
You're just like, just say something already.
Yes.
Just say no or don't.
Yes. So what I love, one of the things that I noticed on this read through, there is no dialogue in like the first chapter or two. It is just her thing, and I just think that, side note, rabbit trail, whatever, this is something that I think we've lost in modern literature. People don't know how to describe things anymore. Like, there's some quotes where she's remembering things that people have said to her, but there is nobody talking to each other. And
So very interesting.
and it's just like, I mean, I'm trying to find the next, like, I don't even think she talks to anybody in the second chapter. Like,
Yeah.
it's into the third chapter before there is actual, like, dialogue.
Yeah.
And because it's so, like, she's setting the stage, but she's doing it in such a good way that you don't realize that that's what's happening. It's not like, you know how sometimes you get started book and it's like, okay, it's really slow at the beginning while they're setting them. And they were so attuned to pacing, I think. And that's what makes it so good.
Yeah.
Like, this is a short book. She lays so much groundwork, but she lays it so well that you don't
Yes.
realize that that's what's happening. And it's never slow. Like, she keeps the pace of the book and then catches you up as you need it. And it's not like 6 chapters of, like, groundwork and you're going, wow, this is really slow, and I just can't. I just feel immediately sucked in.
There's no,
I'm
no
just-
slow.
Yeah, I'm just immediately invested in Valancy. So,
And you just feel so bad for her because what does it say in like the first little bit? Like, I'm just gonna have to read this real quick if I can wake my Kindle up here. One does not sleep well sometimes when one is 29 on the morrow and unmarried in a community and connection where the unmarried are simply those who have failed to get a man. It's just so sad. Like, it just keeps like.
it just keeps going with, like, how
sad
it's
she is.
such a dreary, like, everything is so bleak for her.
But then on top of that, she can't get a man, but she's not allowed to cry about it because it's not maidenly to think about men.
Right, yes.
But you should have been there by now. But
Yeah,
also,
like you have to feel it, but don't let us know that you feel it.
yeah.
Okay, what I also love is that she's 29 and not married.
Yes.
So many times when I think modern authors try to make an old maid, she's like 23 and she's not married. Oh no, whatever shall she do? But it's like, no, she is genuinely an old maid. Like she is 29, she's almost 30. And like even today, that's kind of like, wait, you're 29 and you don't even have a boyfriend? Like, for real? Like that's kind of like, I think you feel that more. Like that's more, I think, relatable than just like 21, 22, 23. And
I
then
think we would say nowadays, oh no, you're not an old maid, but that is the way that people speak to you. As you get in your older 20s and the way that they ask those questions, it is like it's like, you wouldn't say that I'm an old maid, but you're kind of looking at me like I'm odd.
I don't know if this is a question coming up, but I did want to say that I mentioned earlier, I've never heard of this book before, and I guess it kind of exceeded my I didn't know exactly what to expect from it because, you know, if you haven't heard of a book from an author that's well known, you're kind of like,
yeah, like
okay,
how good is it really?
How good is it really? But everybody needs to be promoting this book. Don't sleep.
Why are we not
It's so good.
Like this is such like a girl power book,
Oh man.
and we're just like sleeping on it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, why is this not required reading for like all teenage girls? Of just like get out of your own head and just like, you know,
There's more to life.
take
than-
agency. Start taking agency for your life and responsibility, and like do the thing that you want to do and stop thinking about other people. Like that message. It's so funny to me that this message, everyone's acting like it's new and like we're raising up but Lucy Montgomery wrote this in the early, like the 1920s. It was like, this is 100 years old, and if people would just read The Blue Castle, like every time I read it, I'm just more inspired to just be like, okay, you know what, like I'm not an unreasonable person, so I'm not gonna do something stupid, but it's like I don't have to worry about other people.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and it's not, I don't know, as far as her like taking charge of her own life, I think some people take that in an odd direction, but she is taking charge because in her case, she was very much, she was 29 and very much still dictated by her mother. You're doing this, don't upset me or else. I'm gonna act really, really offended and walk around, what was that, like a movie Duchess or something?
Yes.
And so it's like everybody expected her to do exactly what they wanted. And I think some people can go a little off the rails when they depart from that, or they assume that they're in that situation, maybe they're not really. So it's, I don't know, part of that becoming yourself and allowing yourself to start making your own life decisions is taking the responsibility of yourself.
Yeah, and
that's where a lot
I
of
think
people
that's
fail
where
today.
like she's being expected to take responsibility for everyone around her.
Yes.
So she's never taking responsibility for herself. Like she's taking responsibility for mom's reactions and cousin Stickles' reactions and Aunt Wellington's reactions. Like she's taking on that responsibility, and she realizes, no, like I'm responsible for myself. And then she starts to take like, and it's not just because you do see sometimes where someone like goes and it's like, but they're not taking responsibility. They're expecting other people to take responsibility for them. But and I think that's like, where's the responsibility resting? And for her, it was originally everyone was resting the responsibility for themselves onto Valancy, and now she's like giving that back to them and taking her own responsibility, and no one else. She's not expecting anyone else to be responsible for her. Like that's the difference, I think, is where's the responsibility resting, and she just does such a good job of teaching that like in a story. I don't know. So I think responsibility is a big theme, accountability. It's such a modern message, but it's an old book, and it's like this isn't new.
No, not
like
a
it's not
new
new.
issue.
It's not a new issue, and we're just have obviously forgotten that this book exists at all. So, yeah, Any thoughts, Allie?
No, not so far. That's
Okay. Yeah. All right. So. Okay. So I've just looked at she smashes the jar of potpourri. That was so. Like, yes!
That's the first thing,
The
right?
first
Like,
thing she does is she just smashes the
goodness.
potpourri across the street, and
Yeah.
it's just like such.
What a relief.
Lucy Maud Montgomery is just so good at explaining big things in an action. Like, she doesn't have to explain to you. There's just an action, and you feel it with them. So that's what. And then right after that, the start of chapter 9. Uncle Herbert and Aunt Alberta's silver wedding was delicately referred to among the Sterlings during the following weeks as the first time we noticed poor Valency was a little, you understand. I love watching her family scramble to make this all seem normal.
Yeah.
Once they realized they lost control, it was just like, oh, nobody look over here. Everything is fine. And just she's been doing that for them for 29 years.
Mm-hmm.
Making them feel comfortable when they should be feeling uncomfortable. And now they're all uncomfortable and they're all just have no idea what to do with it. That was so good.
My favorite part, and this backtracks a little bit, but you have all the terrible things, and she's like, I don't want to go to the picnic, and I don't want to do this thing, and blah, 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 and then all these terrible things, and you already feel bad for her, and then at the end she goes, and tomorrow's my birthday, and you're like, what?
Yes! Yes!
But it's not a thing for her at all. She's so suppressing her own needs, she doesn't even realize it's a big deal that no one's celebrating her birthday on her birthday.
Yeah.
It's just a side note.
Yeah. It's the
That was
least,
very
the least
sad
one, yeah,
that
it was
there was no happy birthday
Yeah.
or
And why are we
anything.
celebrating their engagement for 50 years on when they're already married? And
Yeah. Because everything, and so I love the characters in the story, first of all. She does a masterful, character. They're so, even if you don't know somebody exactly like it, because they're a little bit caricaturized, in spite of being really well done characters, the way that they do things, you've seen somebody do that before.
Yeah.
You can, and you're like, oh, I know what she's talking about.
Yeah, the uncle with the bad, the really not bad jokes. Just,
Yeah.
I like a good
yeah.
But beating the same ones over and over
Awkward joke, I don't know, yeah.
and over, and they always say it
well,
it's
and
brand new.
and joking at her expense of not being married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's there's a difference between maybe what we would classify as a bad joke or a dad joke or whatever, and one that is always tormenting somebody.
Yeah, derogatory.
Yeah.
And they just don't see it that way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They're just completely oblivious.
Yeah.
Yeah. The uncle. Okay, who is the most annoying character for you guys?
It might have been the uncle.
Yeah. He grated on my nerves a lot. That just... Yeah, the fact that he was just not... He didn't care about her feelings at all, and then he's shocked when she doesn't appreciate his joke that he said 1,000 times.
Okay, this is going way ahead, spoiler.
Yeah.
So he does all this to her, and then he talks bad about her when she's changed, and then at the very end he's like, oh, I always knew she was good. And it's like, beat you, what the fuck?
I felt
That made me so mad.
And was it him? One of the uncles was so mad he threatened to spank her, and I was like,
Was that Uncle James?
There's another line that talks about when her mom is upset with her and is not speaking to her, and Cousin Stickles will see to her upbringing.
Yes.
She is 30.
Yes.
Already
She
been
is-
brought up.
She's an adult.
Yes. This is unnecessary.
I had to reread it. It was like, wait, is this talking in the current sense? What?
Yeah. They do. They infantilize her, and
Yeah.
then they also make her responsible
yeah.
for all. They all use her for something.
Yeah.
Her cousin. What's her name? What's the cousin's name? Olive, yes. Olive uses her as like a foil of like, look how ugly my cousin is and how beautiful I am.
Yes.
Like, she uses her to puff up her own ego. Mom and Stickles use her for like, I don't even know.
Emotional regulation.
I think so, like emotional support and and it's just, everyone just uses her for something. So
Oh, where are you
no,
going?
go ahead. No.
I was gonna say, as someone who's catching up to where you guys are, so we have the beginning, get to know her a little bit, learn about her blue castle, which is a very fun thought. Learn about Paige, she's been having some pain in her heart, which is not cool. And then I was not expecting the fact that she went to this doctor. I was like, oh, look at her. She decided to go to the doctor that her family doesn't like, but she's trying to find answers about like her health issues and just see if she's got anything wrong. And I thought we were going to figure something out immediately, and then we didn't. And he like ran off because his son had the accident. He needed to catch the train, and I was like, what? And then when his letter came and was like, yeah, by the way, you're gonna die probably next year.
Yes.
I'm in it, of course, like I'm only halfway through the book, so I'm sitting here like horrified. Because when I started it, my thoughts were, this is similar to Grace Livingston Hill, who's an older, in the 1800s
She
and
like
the early
originated
1900s.
Christian romance.
Mhm.
She just like hundreds of books.
And then there's also, it feels slightly Jane Austen-esque, just in the characters that she creates and the such, like the very, how
The
they're very
wit.
relatable.
They're related, and then
Yes.
the wit, like in the conversation, is so.
So
like,
those were
sharp.
my things. And so I'm sitting here, I don't know that I've ever, or maybe rarely been faced with a character, because I don't love a lot of sadness. I don't read sad books for fun and things like that, so I'm not usually faced with the reality of, oh, this lovely, that sad character that we just met is going to die. She just receives this news that she has a heart condition that she's just going to die. And so that just shocked me greatly. And the part where she learns about this and she's thinking through it all, and she says all her life she had been afraid of something. And then she says, and it always will be. I know it. I can't help it. I don't know what it would be like not to be afraid of something. I was like, that's
She speaks to the
So
anxiety girlies.
Yes.
I mean, at one point I was really antsy, so when, like, the first part I just want to yell at her because she's like a past me. And I'm like, just learn the lessons already, you'll be so much happier.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's not fair to her because I'm bringing my own issues to it.
It's almost like a little bit of therapy reading this book, I think.
It kind of is, yeah.
Alright, so we've covered kind of the front part of Valency and up to the point where she decides to take control of her life, and so now she's made a big change. She has decided to go live with Roaring Abel and nurse Sissy Gay while she's dying. So first of all, I have to point out, someone's always dying of consumption.
So much death.
Do you remember in Anne of Green Gables, her friend gets consumption and dies?
Oh, really?
Yes!
Forgot
I'm sorry, did I spoil you guys?
No, I've read
It's
it.
like
I've
Anne
read
of
it.
Avonlea.
Oh, I haven't read that one.
Oh,
I've only read the first one.
yeah, no, I think it's like Anne of Avonlea. It says,
Okay.
yeah,
Whoa.
I know. So, like,
Oh.
consumption's a big thing. But anyway, so now Sissy is dying of consumption.
Is that like a long, like, pneumonia?
It's like a chronic lung thing where you just, your lungs, like, slowly quit working, I
Is
think.
it the girl
Or your heart.
died of the Elizabeth
Yeah.
Gaskell?
Maybe your heart, too. Or heart and lungs,
Okay.
or heart. That's one I'm not entirely sure.
Side note, I really loved Sissy and Valancy together. I really wanted more. Reading about them, they were so sweet. She finally had a friend who was
Yes.
nice to her and like just appreciated her being there.
Yes.
And she was still helping her like the way she had helped her family, but she appreciated it and she treated her like a person.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I just was enjoying being there for a little bit. Just like, oh, they love each other.
So is it, hold on, is it like the beginning of this book or is it later in her brain where she like has this realization that her mom does not love her?
It's in the beginning half.
Okay.
Because, and I think it's somewhere around her deciding like I'm gonna quit
Yeah.
not saying what I'm thinking. I loved what she said, and I am really bad at this. But she was like, by not saying what's actually on my mind, sometimes like I'm actually lying. And I was like, oof, gosh, that's hard because I don't like to say what's on my mind.
Yeah.
And I think she went a little, I don't know. As somebody who doesn't always like to say what's on their mind, I feel like she went a little far.
She was
some of
definitely
the
pushing
things
the
that she
envelope a little
said.
bit.
It's like, okay, you don't have to go that
But
far.
when you first break free of something, you kind of do go, you pendulum swing.
Yeah.
And then you have to find a happy medium.
She also was dying.
Yeah,
So,
she's dying.
That's true.
Her family's
told
terrible.
And her family doesn't.
They
know.
were they really deserved
They would have
it.
reacted that way no matter what she did. So you might as
Might as
well
well
go
make
big.
it good. Yeah. So anyway, so now she's at Roaring Abel's house taking care of Sissy, and I love seeing her kind of come alive. She buys that green dress.
Yes.
She has a garden. She has a friend, like her very first real friend ever. Just so sad.
One thing that I took away was how easy it is for people in books to get jobs exactly when they need it. She's like, the day she decides, I'm gonna live life on my own terms. What do I do? And then all of a sudden, hey, they need a job. They need someone. Oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I had to work so hard to find the jobs I got. I've always been kind of jealous sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do I do that? Do I have to actually get outside and talk to people? Because is that my...
No, you just have to write yourself into a book.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I did that too, and it didn't work.
Okay.
Also, I don't know, we might be talking about this later, but you made me think of it when you talked about how she starts growing a garden, she starts like getting like coming into her own, and I think it's before that because I think she's still at home where she hacks her rose bush.
Yes.
And like the whole time she's talking about the rose bush, I'm like, I feel like there's some symbolic meaning
Yes.
behind all of this.
Yeah.
And then she comes back and her rose bush has bloomed. And I was like, yes!
That's good to know.
Yeah.
I'm not there yet.
Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
There we go, the first one.
I know.
First spoiler.
I was like, because I'm like, you prune rose bushes.
Yeah,
like,
you're supposed to.
I tried to hack one in the yard at home one time because it was just, we thought it was dead. And then lo and behold, it came back.
So it's the
And
same. Yeah.
I was trying to take it out and like,
And then it
yeah.
came back. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wondered. I was like,
was very
I think
symbolic.
it's going to actually bloom.
Well, you're the gardener, so.
That's true.
I guess Ellen Montgomery was too. For her to know that.
So she goes, and I love how she's visiting the Methodist church, and that is like the most. Everything has scandalized her family, but they are the most scandalized by the fact that she's going to the Methodist church.
And they don't even go to their church. But
No, but it's like, but you have to go to the same. You have to stay the same denomination. Yeah, that's funny to me. But I love how she like finds that rhythm, and she just is looking forward. And then this is where she meets Barney Snape. Let's discuss
Yes.
they're ragamuffin.
the ragamuffin.
I think at the beginning I got confused and thought that Barney and the guy she goes to live, the old
Roaring
man,
Abel.
I thought they were the same for a little bit, and I was like, I am uncomfortable and slightly confused. And then at some point, I guess when she moved over there, I realized there were two ragamuffins.
Yes. I think because they were always in the car together. Barney was always driving.
Okay,
And so
okay.
it would be like Roaring Abel's driving through, but it's actually Barney driving Roaring Abel through the town.
Oh, okay, because I was confused.
I love the explanation of Roaring Abel's stages of drunkenness. Like, we always know what's going on because he was in this stage. He was in the philosophical stage. He was in the crying and praying stage. He was in the very kind and gentlemanly stage. Like, it was just like, there was all these, and you just, like, it's like, oh yes, of course.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
I know about that.
So that was funny. But then she meets Barney Snape, and then now he lives in her blue castle. And it's like,
It's like, wait, what?
yeah. And I think at first he really epitomizes the freedom that she doesn't have.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
then later it's like, you know, as she gets to know him, there's no like there's no moment where she goes, oh, he's not actually like I thought he was, because he turned out to be mostly like she thought he was.
Yeah.
And then so they're at Roaring Abel's, she's taking care, and I love how Roaring Abel like takes care of her too.
Yes.
Like he's protective of
Yeah.
her and
Yeah.
thoughtful of her.
Kind. Yeah.
Yeah. And encourages her to do things for herself and consider herself, and is just grateful like for her.
Yeah.
In a way that no one else has ever been grateful.
Yeah. I think she needed that as part of her healing journey.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's just really sad that that was the guy, and it wasn't anyone in her family.
Yeah.
Like the
And
when the
her family made fun of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The town drunk is the one who's nicer to you than your family is.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah. So, so Lauren, you made it to the dance.
Yes, she goes to the dance. She's having a good time. I was excited for her, and then the crazy crowd came in. I was like, ooh, okay.
Yeah.
And so they're running away from the dance currently.
Barney Sade comes and sweeps her away from the dance.
Yes.
And then, have you got okay, so this
That's
is
a
one of my
star.
favorite scenes. So while they're running away from the dance, they run out of gas.
Okay.
On
Yes,
the
I
road.
have not gotten there. That's
And
the
then
next page.
Olive and Uncle Wellington come by in
Oh.
their car and they give them gas, and they're just
That's
like,
awesome.
and it's like, okay, I did notice a discrepancy. I did.
Oh.
So at one point in it says like everything was fine until like 10 or 11 o'clock, and then the bad crowd came in, and then they were there for another little bit. But then when they're in the car, it's like, what did they think of us coming upon us at like 10 o'clock at night? I'm like, oh, no.
It's more like midnight, guys.
It's like midnight to 1 o'clock, but in this like 10 p.m. apparently they're coming. The Olive and her dad are coming back from the port, and they're scandalized, and Bouncy is just eating it up, and she's delighted. I'm delighted. The whole scene is very satisfying to me. I love it so much.
And like they don't say a word to her.
And Barney is just playing along. Barney knows exactly what to do. Like he's just, he nails it.
I feel like Barney reminds me of Jonathan.
Yes.
Yes! Yes, I can see that.
Just when you said that, like when Barney's playing along, he knows exactly what. Like that's what Jonathan. All of that stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Lindsay in the car.
Yes.
Lawrence in the other car, like. Just kidding. Anyway.
Yes, that's funny.
So, are we hitting a spoiler for Lauren now?
I think it was a little bit. I think we're
in
moving
the
into
spoiler territory.
So, oh, you haven't gotten.
Did I make my prediction about I think she's not actually gonna die of a heart
Oh,
thing?
you haven't given us your prediction
Okay.
yet.
Okay, yeah, tell us.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Okay, this is good.
This is real life. This
Yeah.
is what happens. Sometimes you don't get all read.
Yeah, sometimes you don't make it to book club with the whole book done. You
But
know
we
what?
still
That's
want you
okay.
here.
We do.
That's normal.
Still
Yeah.
want you here. We're
Yeah.
inclusive.
So my thought is, she doesn't really have the heart problem. Like maybe I don't know. My first thing is like anemia. Maybe she's just anemic. But my thought is maybe she doesn't. And then I'm like, I don't know. I've never read Ellen Montgomery, so maybe she's gonna kill her off. I don't know. And it's gonna be one of those. Well, it was great while it lasted.
You don't know if you can count on a happy ending or not.
And obviously, or it seems obvious that Barney is her guy. And then, yeah, I don't know what the progression of her family adjusting to her new decisions and things will be, but. And mainly, I'm guessing Sissy does die because of what y'all have said. As far as their time together being very short.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we were actually about to get there. I was just about to get to the part of, well, and then Sissy dies.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And so we see Valency pivot.
Yeah.
And
I cried when Sissy died.
that
Yeah, that
was so sad.
So sad.
Yeah.
She writes a death scene so beautifully. Y'all have got to read.
Oh goodness. Okay.
Not if you ever
Just
need like
that
a good death scene, like reading it because Sissy's not Sissy. Anyway, I'm crossing over books, but Anne of Avonlea is very good. I enjoy it.
I want to read all those.
Yeah. Yeah, so Sissy dies, and then it's like, okay, so Valency can't actually stay with Roaring Abel alone. That's inappropriate. So I love how she gets ready for the funeral, she gets the preacher, she greets everyone, and then her aunt.
Her whole family comes.
What
to
is the aunt's
funeral,
name?
Don't they?
The old
Is it Wilmington?
Constance? No, the
Constance.
Is it
There's
or is it Aunt? Cousin Georgiana. It's Cousin Georgiana. And she comes and she's like, because that widower goes to the funeral and is like, oh, I love a love triangle. I love a love triangle that's never going to happen. I just do. I get that from Grace Livingston Hill. So the widower with all the children wants to marry her, which I feel like is such a callback to like some
Wants
Angry
to
Gables.
marry.
Wants to marry Valency. So
Oh.
the widower comes and he's got all these kids and he's like older and his wife's died and he's looking for a new wife and he's like, oh, she's so capable. And they're all like, oh, this will be perfect for Valency. Like she'll,
Just write it all off and then you can be a servant all over again.
Yes. And so she's very excited. She's like, goes and tells the family. But Valency, Roaring Abel goes off and he's like, I'll be off for a few days on a bender, I guess. And Barney Snaith comes by and she's ready. She's prepared. Spoiler alert. So we get to the part and I love this so much. And she's just like, lays it all out there for him. She's like, I'm dying. Will you marry me? Essentially. And he's like, well, sure.
And he just yes ands.
Yeah, he's just like,
Okay.
why not? So he takes her, and I love this part of the book where this whole part after they get married, where like every chapter it kind of goes over the same time over and over, but it's like talking about the cats.
Yeah.
And then it's talking about like ice skating, and then it's talking about going berry picking
Well,
and all of the.
Tell me what happens when they row out to where he lives.
Oh, I forgot he lived on like
Yes, he
Long
lives
Island.
on an island in Mistawis, and she like sees it and realizes like becomes her blue castle.
Because it's on the water and
There's
it's
like the mist, the purpley mist.
yeah. So
And there's two cats. What are their names? Lucky and Banjo. Banjo and Lucky, I think.
These cats are the best.
And he also has like a pet squirrel and an owl that he raised. That they live, they're wild.
Yeah. They come back.
And so it's just like she still does all this stuff, like she cleans the house, she does everything that she did before, but it has so much meaning to her now.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not what you do, but it's why you do it. Like, and now it's to make a home for her and Barney, and she just enjoys it. And Barney takes her out on his boat, and they go ice skating when it freezes over, and they go to a party. I love that they go to a party. It feels a little bit Great Gatsby-ish, but just for like a minute. And then she's happy. She's so happy. Like I love how in the beginning she is so pitifully sad.
Yes.
Like the saddest, and it's like the emptiest life that you can imagine. And then we see her and she's so alive, like she is so happy. And he's happy, like he's happy too. And I just love
It's
kind of
really
the-
sweet.
but there's a moment where he has to go out on business and he comes home. He was like, I've never been excited to come home before.
Yes.
Because you're here and you.
It's so good.
So you can, I mean, even though it's still very much kind of an arrangement sort of a marriage, I love that she has the freedom to love him and he lets her.
Yeah.
And he, like, I think loves her too, even though he's kind of he's just kind of playing along. But he's playing along, like he genuinely cares about her.
She's more like a pet.
She's kind of like a pet, I think.
A little
Or
bit.
At the beginning.
At the beginning.
But it becomes very much.
Yeah, until he realizes.
Even like before you know, like, I mean, you can just tell that he is, like,
Yeah.
especially that part where I think it's like the first inkling that he has that he's, you know, falling in love with her too.
Yeah.
And it's just like, this is one of the most romantic books I think I've ever read.
And then they have that moment where he's like, what if I could give you $1 million? And she was like, what would I do with $1 million?
Right.
Like, I have everything I want.
Right.
We have the cute cabin, we've got the cats, we've got
Yes.
the freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Blackbeard's chamber, she's not allowed to go in there. And she's like, maybe he's got all of his other wives hanging on by their hair, like maybe serial killer.
That was
She
my
obviously
favorite
doesn't
ghost
care.
story as a
So,
kid.
what did y'all imagine? I always forget until I start reading it. I'm like, oh, the secret. Oh, we won't tell you yet, Soli. We're gonna surprise you in a minute. So, what did y'all have any thought? I don't remember what I thought was in there the last time that I read it, or the first time. Did y'all have any like guesses?
I just said, don't you dare go in there because he's going to hate you forever. And then,
Oh.
and then he kicked out of the house.
Oh, okay. So you thought it was going to be a plot device later?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Where he just gets mad and like, you broke my trust. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I just figured it was like his secret man cave and like had random. Like I didn't really think about it. Oh,
I
that's
didn't
probably
think he had a
gonna
huge
be.
secret.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. I think I thought it
It was
was
just like, he has one spot that he
That
doesn't
he
want you to go
wants-
in because you're a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's his man place.
I don't know. There probably could have been a little bit of like Jane Eyre with is it a bad wife? But like you know.
There's never any
This.
sudden fires or anything happening, so.
Yeah. I don't think there were any other suspicions. I was just going along. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, you don't have to go in there. Don't worry about it.
It's
You're having a
no
good
big
time.
deal.
You
Yeah.
have the rest of the house. You don't need
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to
It's a
have that
little
face.
bit
If I'm given a rule, I'm gonna follow it.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is what Valancy did.
Yeah,
and
she
we're,
does,
we're just
yeah.
all giving our Valancy, but like,
Yeah.
we're like, oh, okay, we
Okay,
won't,
okay,
we won't
that's
cross
fine.
that boundary.
We don't have a room
wanted
that
to go in
we
there.
can
Actually, the odd man out over here. I might have
You're like,
gotten
what are you
sleepy.
hiding from me?
So, anyways, they have this wonderful summer, and then there's the train incident.
Oh, yes.
And she almost dies. So they're crossing the railroad tracks.
Oh.
Her shoe gets caught. She buys these new shoes.
No.
And her shoe gets
Fancy
caught.
shoes.
The train is coming at them. He yanks her free at the last second. And then they sit on this bench, and they're both just like kind of like in their own little worlds. And she has a realization. She's like, that should have killed me. He said, "Alert," and I haven't died. And so they go, and so
Because she has to be stress free.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Because he said if you have a big shock, you'll die. And so she hasn't died, and so she goes.
Yeah.
They go back home. Neither of them fall asleep. When she finally falls asleep, like early in the morning, when she wakes up, he's gone, and she's like, "Oh no, he thinks I've trapped him." So she's like freaking out and just feels like she's like, I'm not gonna die. And so she's just like everything from the beginning of the book kind of settles back on her again.
Yeah.
Like she just takes it back on, and it's just like she's not going to die. Her actions are not consequence free. She's now, Barney is stuck with her, and she's like trying to figure out if he can get a divorce. So she's doing this. She's getting her stuff around because she's gonna leave. And then this car pulls up. And she brings a guy over, and it's Dr. Redfern with the purple pills.
Oh,
He was brought up so much. I was gonna look it up and be like, is this like a real thing? Like, is this just a Canada thing that I don't know about?
What is this?
And I was gonna look it up after I finished the book, and then I got to that part. I was like, oh, okay, that's why they keep talking about.
Yes! Because at one point, she tries to buy Barney some bitters for a cold, and he like throws it out across
Yeah.
the lake, and it's like, don't bring that here anymore.
Interesting.
And so we find out that's his dad. And he's the heir of the Redfern, like millions and millions and millions. And his dad found him. So for Christmas, he got her a necklace, and she thought it was like, a very nice necklace that he picked at the port. So his dad was like, oh yeah, he withdrew $15,000 from the bank account, and we traced it here, and so we came to find out what he was withdrawing money for. And she's like, crap!
Like, she thought, like, oh, it's a $50 necklace. I can't believe you spent that much money on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it turns out to be. Yeah,
so she has a spaz attack, and she's like, "Do you want to stay? Like, he's gone right now. Do you want to stay?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm not staying here. I'm going back to the hotel." So he gets back in the car and leaves, and so she leaves, and she leaves the necklace, and she leaves a note on the pincushion. And I love her moment where she's thinking like, so she's thinking like, how prosaic is it that like everyone in a story when they run away they leave a note on the pincushion? She's like, "Where else are you gonna put it?" So she goes to Blackbeard's chamber to find a paper and pencil because she hasn't needed one all year. And while she's in the chamber, she finds out Barney is John Foster, who writes the books.
And like they'll be going on a nature hike, and she'll quote the John Foster books, and he's like,
Oh, that's
"Will
why
you
he
stop?"
Yes,
He doesn't-
because he gets so annoyed about it, and
so
she's like
annoyed.
always.
I
And
was a
so
little sad for her at that part because it was more recent for me.
Yes. And so at one point, he gives her a book, and he's like, "Here's a present." And when she goes to town, she overhears the shopkeeper say something about, "Oh, we don't have that in stock." And she thinks, "Ha ha ha, it is in stock. He's telling a lie." And then she realizes it was an advance copy, and he gave her his advance copy because he knew she loved it, but he wasn't going to tell her who he was. And so she runs off home. And so
This is great, but
So she runs off back to her house, and they're all smug.
Yeah.
They're all smug. And so she explains what all happened, and when they hear Dr. Redfern and John Foster, Uncle Benjamin is just like busting. And so they send her up for a nap, and anyway, so that all happens. Oh, there's this other scene that I also really liked. Cousin Georgiana, so she runs into Cousin Georgiana. She's going to visit before like this all like falls apart for her. She goes to visit Cousin Georgiana, or her parents, her mom. Blah. Anyway, and she runs into Cousin Georgiana. Actually, Cousin Georgiana's like, "Oh, I have such like a surprise for you," and it's like, "The widower wants to marry you. How exciting!" Like, oh, and she's so excited because she's gonna be the matchmaker, and it's gonna be. And Alice's like, "Oh, I'm already married," and they're all like, "What?" I forgot about that scene and how much I adore it.
And she savors the moment.
She does, and we savor the moment, and it is such a good moment. Just like it is such a satisfying moment. Anyway, and so just I mean the whole book is just like woo, 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 all the way to the end. And the ending is too short for me, guys.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Aww.
The ending is too short for me.
I feel like
I just-
that's a Jane Austen kind of a thing.
I
She's like,
just I
"Here's the
needed so much more
invite." Aww.
because it's just. So I'm like, guys, we've been through this. Like, we've all been through this together. And then you're just going to leave me like that? Ugh.
well, tell her how it ends.
I mean, obviously, they get it all worked out.
Okay.
She's like, "No, I'm going to leave you. I'm
after
gonna,
her.
you have to give me a divorce. Will they let you have a divorce?" And he's like, "I don't want one.
He comes
I love
in,
you."
he's distraught because
Aw.
she's trying to divorce him. And,
He ran off because he realized that he loved her. And he
and
was
he
trying
was
to...
afraid that she was
She's
going
gonna
to die.
die.
Still.
And so he didn't know, he had never
so
had
it
to
didn't
face something like
click
that
for
before, yes.
him, like, oh, if this
She's
didn't
tricky,
kill her,
yeah.
then...
No, because he still
Okay.
thinks that she's gonna die, and he just realized, and so I think and he's like doing, I think he's like accessing money, I don't remember what he's doing. But anyway, that's why he left, and so he comes back, and then he found her gone, and he just like lost his mind,
Yeah.
and ran,
He comes
and
to get her.
and he comes to get her, and her family's all like, "Come on," and
And they're wanting them together now
Because
because
now-
he's rich.
he's super, super rich.
So they're like,
And so they're trying to get them together, and so anyway, so they finally, and Cousin Olive is so mad! She's so mad! Valency got married before her, and then almost broke her up because her fiance, like, they've been engaged for 3 years. Like,
That's a long
this man
time,
doesn't
it
like
seems
her.
like.
No.
yeah.
That-
So they're engaged for 3 years, and then he's like, "Oh, does insanity run in your family?" And she has to be like, "No, it's the other side of the family." And so she's mad, and then Valency accidentally lands the most eligible bachelor in the entire country, and she's so mad. Oh, it's so beautiful! It's so beautiful.
Also, side note, I really don't like Barney's name.
I know, Barney Snape. Well, it turned out to be it's like Bernard Redfern.
And that's better.
And it's
Oh.
better, but yeah. Snape is his middle name. It's his mom's maiden name.
That's a rough name.
So it's like Bernard Snape
He has too
Redfern.
many names.
Yeah.
It's a lot to keep up with.
And then I will let you read his little backstory about why he ran away from home and did all the things.
Oh, okay.
Because his dad hasn't heard from him in like 15 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is really sad.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like
That's
that's
sad.
And
His dad was a really nice guy.
Yeah.
He was actually like a really sweet guy.
Mhm.
I liked his dad. So
So is
that just cut you up.
That's a
Is there that's kind of a summary, like, okay, any like closing thoughts here?
Oh, yes, I have a question.
Yeah.
I think it was originally maybe in some of the notes I wrote down my answer, and I want to hear everybody else's answer.
Okay.
Well, actually, there's a two-part. So the first one was, I think you answered it for you, but what was your favorite scene? And mine was the dinner.
Oh.
When
The
she
anniversary.
just starts talking.
Yeah.
And like at first she's not even talking. She's just sitting over there looking smug.
Yeah.
And they're all like, what's going on with Delancey? Like what? And then she starts talking and they're all like, huh! And so it's just, I laughed. Like Hank was sitting next to me and I was just laughing, and then I had to read it to him and he was like, okay, but like no, I have to explain more, and then I had to like go back
Oh,
and
yeah,
but it
yeah.
was so good.
It was the first moment of satisfaction, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yes, and it needed
And
some.
they all needed a comeuppance.
They
all
did.
of them.
All of
And
them.
You got it. Yeah.
And I love her thought process. She's looking and thinking about everyone, and then she lands on a couple of them, and she's like, actually, they're not bad. I don't really have anything bad to say. I just kind of feel sorry for them. Like, they're just a little bit pitiful, but they're really not so bad. Like Cousin Georgiana, like she's like, Cousin Georgiana's not that bad.
Yeah.
She's pitiful.
Airhead, right?
She's just kind of an airhead. Yeah, she's
Gave
just a
me-
little bit like not all there, but like the lovably not all there kind of a
Yeah,
character.
yeah, innocent. She wasn't.
She
being
was
mean on
never.
purpose.
She was. Yeah. She just was. Bless her. It's one of those like, oh, bless her heart kind
right.
of thing.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
yeah. What about you, Ellie?
I would probably say that scene too. I got a lot of joy out of that scene.
It's just like,
Because
oh,
there are
thank
certain
goodness.
things you want to say to certain people, and it's kind of like you get to live through her in that moment.
Yeah.
Take a deep breath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also the fact that no one knows what to do because she's never uttered a single thought in her life.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm just like, what?
And then they're all like, wait, she's actually funny. And
Yeah.
she's like actually smart. And
Yeah.
it's like she's been this the whole time, but they all thought she was, they all thought she was an airhead. Like they thought she genuinely knew nothing.
Yeah.
And it's,
And it's because they never gave her the chance.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
put her down
They
all
were
the
just-
time. Yeah.
yeah.
All talking over her and
Mm-hmm. And Olive.
Well, they decided who she was, and she became that. Is what
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, pretty much.
yes, because she's a people pleaser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Lauren? What was your favorite part so far?
I mean, that was definitely pretty good.
It's probably, it's a good pick.
Probably one of the biggest
It's just a
parts
relief.
It's like
that
the
has happened
biggest,
so
like,
far.
The first twist in the story, the first big one.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, thank goodness. Maybe not all this book is, because like before that it was just sad.
I was glad something happened really quickly, and it didn't take
Yes.
her forever.
Yeah.
That's what, like, the pacing, but then, because, like, the groundwork is laid pretty fast, but then as needed for context, she'll go back and lay a little bit, and it's just, it's not, like, all, I don't know, she's the pacing, and
Yeah, it was great.
queen. I love her.
And then the second question is, what character or characters would you invite to tea?
Oh. I mean, are we putting Valency aside?
No, I included her. I wanted her and Cousin Stickles, because after she's come into her own, like I just kind of want to
Yeah.
see the back and forth. But
Or who would you want to be in the therapy room with?
Like a fly on the wall?
Yeah, fly.
Yes.
The
The mom.
The mom.
The mom.
She needs to be.
Oh.
I would love to see a therapist get a hold of her.
Love that. Yeah. Very.
There was so much toxicity there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. I would like to invite Valency to tea, and Barney. I want to see her and Barney. Like, I want to see like the
You
romance.
need to see more.
I need to see more. I need to see this,
I'm
and I want to
knowing.
hear like his John. Like now that he's out as John Foster, like
No.
I'd love
yeah,
to hear.
yeah.
Like, that's so interesting. I want to hear your observations from you. I want to like. Like, he has such interesting stories. I just want to. That's what I want.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. What'd you learn?
I think those all sound good. Roaring Abel or Abe? Oh, that would be fun. Just because, like, when she was sitting on the steps with him while he was repairing their house, it sounds like he had a lot of cool stories to tell.
Yeah, he seemed like a really good conversationalist, but no one ever gave him a chance.
Yes.
Yeah.
And older people always have. If you'll sit down and listen,
Yeah.
they've got so many stories,
Yeah.
and they're worth hearing.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it.
They are.
I like that.
Love that.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else? Let's see.
What do you think kind of the main overall theme was? Like, what was your kind of theme takeaway?
There's a quote in the book that says, "All my life I've been pleasing other people, and they're still not pleased. So I'm at last going to please myself, and at least I will be pleased." And I love that.
Yeah.
It's like she spent all that time serving everyone else, and they still weren't happy. Like,
Yeah.
she gave them everything, and they still weren't happy. So
Yeah.
she's like, I'm going to take that energy and put it to me, and at least someone else will be...
At least someone will be happy.
Yeah, someone will be happy.
Yeah. Yeah. And I loved, I mean, for me, kind of, we talked in our Fireside episode about kind of why we started Kindred Story Collective, and part of it was the community. And I think watching her, part of her journey was also connecting with other people.
Mm-hmm.
And so that really stood out to me. Like, I think it was, you know, it was Roaring Abel, and it was Sissy, and then it was Barney, and it was just like, you know, and then there's the Methodist minister, and then there was Barney's dad, and just healthy community is just really part of.
And it's also like, if you can change your life at any moment.
Mm-hmm.
And that always gets me. Like, every time I can make a choice, I'm like, I can change my life right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Including if it's a rainy day and you
Yeah.
don't go to your aunt and uncle's
yeah.
golden anniversary dinner.
Yes.
Or if you want to start a business, and you're like, you can just do that. Like, you can just
Sure.
do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked that it just was revolving boundaries, and just, you know, you really can't please other people,
Yeah.
but you can at least, you know, try to, I mean, you don't have to please yourself all the time, but try to, like,
Yeah.
you
But
know,
you
like,
can
live a
really
happy
respectful
life.
and all of that. But
Well, I think part of that is when you take, when you take real responsibility and accountability,
Yeah.
you will be respectful and thoughtful.
Yeah.
People, because that's like you
Yeah.
have, your conscience has to, like, part of being happy with yourself is your conscience is clear. You're like, you have done what, you know, aligns with your belief system and your morals, and you feel good.
Yes.
Like, and so I think that's, hold on, let's let that pass. I think there's a counterfeit version of pleasing yourself where it's just like living totally, living for the moment. But I
Yeah.
think genuinely, like what this book is trying to, like, she took responsibility and accountability,
yeah.
and she did what she needed to do, and she was, you know, she didn't have anything to reproach herself for. And I think that that's kind of that's the difference, I think. And that's kind of what this is talking about.
That's true. She's not being hedonistic. The first thing she does is get a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
So-
gets a job.
Yeah.
She, I mean,
And she serves other people, and she
She
just starts
does.
living outside
yeah,
of her four walls.
yeah, yeah. She doesn't turn inward. She
Yeah.
turns outward.
Yes.
Yeah. As a result. Yeah.
And this is just a personal reflection on colors, which is definitely an artistic thing to think about. But the colors associated with her place of safety, like the blue castle and the purple island,
Yeah.
and like those those are just like such safe feeling colors. And
Yeah.
kind of cozy, you know.
Yeah. I love
I
that.
loved the the association of colors with her place of safety, places of safety.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that wraps up this book club. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. If y'all would like to see more of something, please let us know. If let us know your thoughts. We love to interact with our community, so let us know kind of your thoughts about the book. and kind of get started. We're hoping to get some discussions started in the comments with our community. I think just make it like really feel like a book club. So yeah, we will be dropping next month's book here very shortly, and we're super excited. I think we're looking at a little bit of a murder mystery, maybe. Gonna delve into something a little fun. So yeah, so if you haven't joined our community on Instagram or Facebook, you can find us at Kindred Story Collective. You can also follow us here wherever you see this video, and you can follow us. We would really appreciate that. Again, please check out our Shopify store. We have these mugs and we have some really cute totes that hold a lot of books. And this is just a really easy and quick way that you can support us and the work that we're doing, and kind of our community if this is something that you would like to see more of. So we really appreciate it, and from our bookshelf to yours, we hope that you have a wonderful day.
Bye.